Hey guys, it's Chunk here, and I'm back again with a new video, and I haven't posted a video in a while. I've kind of been MIA, and I've been busy with stuff, sports and stuff, in school, so I haven't been able to make any videos. But I just got back from what day is it? It's like January 17th, and it's like MLK Day weekend. And so I just got back from a vacation because every year me and my family, we go on a vacation to Vermont. And it's been a family tradition ever since my dad's like 50 now, and he's been going since he was like a freshman. So this is like something my dad's side of the family does for we've been doing this for ever. So I have a little story because I just got back and I got reminded of a funny story. And I wanted to tell you guys. So it was a couple years this vacation is not like a normal vacation. So we go to Vermont, and there's this town Ludlow, and in Vermont, everyone, it's pretty much just like a skiing, snowboarding, location. Like if you go there, you rent out a house or you go to a lodge and you pretty much ski. And so me myself, I'm not that much of a skier, and you'll find out why. But that's what me and my family would do. We would rent this house, and the people would want to ski. The mountain was literally 3 minutes away, and they would ski a couple of days, and the whole family we rented this huge house, literally 40 people would go. And so the people who wanted to ski would ski, and the little kids could sleigh ride and stuff, and it was just a really fun thing. So it was 3 years ago, and I was alright, I think I'm gonna try snowboarding this year. And so snowboarding, to go there, it's not cheap. It's for one day, it's $100. The lift ticket itself is $120, and that's if you're not renting or anything. So that year, I think I was going. It was my first time going. One of my older brothers was going, and this was his second time. But the first time he went was it was 3 years prior to that. And the first time he went, he did so bad. He fell in a ditch and everything. And so it was me, my older brother, and it was the second time. My first time, and then one of my other brothers, and he's really good. And then I also had one of my cousins who was going his first time, and a bunch of aunts, uncles. So there was a decent amount of people going. So I had, luckily, I had an old board that I could use, so it was fine. But a bunch of other people had to rent. So the night before, we got all their stuff, and the renting's expensive. The renting itself's $100 on top of the lift ticket. So for my one cousin who was going the first time, he spent $220, and he didn't even know if he was gonna like it or not. And I figured I would like it because all my brothers did it, so I was alright. So the night before, they got all their stuff, and the next day we go up there, and so we get to the mountain and we get all our ski stuff, or we get our lift ticket or whatever, and all the older people are alright, here's the plan. We're gonna go for the beginners, we're gonna go on the bunny hill. We're gonna go down that a few times. We're gonna teach you how to snowboard. Then we're gonna go down the main hill. So the bunny hill is if you don't know, the bunny hill is it's the bunny hill. There's no slope really. You can't go fast. It's meant for people the beginners. So me and all my brothers or whatever and cousins, we go and we're on this bunny hill, and I'm going down, and I'm the bunny hill. If you look up what a bunny hill looks like it's not bad. And I'm falling, I'm eating shit. I just can't do it. And so I'm getting the hang of it, and finally I'm just okay, I'm just gonna do it. And so my one cousin, the one it's his first time too, he's just eating shit after shit. He's just falling like every single time, and he's just not having it. And he's like, whatever. So we're going down the main hill. And the main hill is like, it's not big, it's not like a trail, it's just like you go up the ski lift and you're down back at the base. So it's not like too difficult or anything. So we're going down, and I'm going down, and when I go, I don't really know like what I'm doing. So like, I don't know, when you snowboard, you're supposed to use like your edges, so you can like control yourself, but I didn't really know how to do that. So I'm just going down like as fast as I can, going like 90 miles an hour, and like I'm not turning, I'm just going straight and like fast as an arrow, and I'm not slowing myself down or anything. So I'm going down like really, really fast. Whenever I see like a batch of people, I can't stop, because if I try to stop, it won't let me. It's like really icy out and everything. So if I see people, I'll just fall. I'll just literally just fall and just roll till I stop. And so that's what I was doing until like for the first like decent amount of times. So I'm doing that or whatever, and my one cousin, we're going down the main hill a couple of times already, and my one cousin, he's just like, he's like, oh, I hurt my wrist, I'm not doing this. And it was like literally 10 minutes in, and he's like, yeah, my one uncle, he's like, $200 up my ass, like something funny like that. It's like my cousin basically wasted $200 to go like 15 minutes of snowboarding. So like my one cousin's already out, and we're going down the main hill a couple times, and they're like, all right, let's go to the top. So I'm like, oh, okay, like I guess I'm ready for the top, like I like this mountain is like, it's like a serious mountain, like it's 3,000 feet tall. It's a big mountain, and it's not like something easy to do. Snowboarding, it's like takes a while, and I didn't have lessons. I had lessons from my brothers who didn't even teach me. So we take the ski lift to the top, and well, not to the top. So there's like one halfway, and you have to like go down, and there's another one that goes to the top. So I go up the first one, and I'm going down to the one to bring me to the second one. And as I'm getting there, I'm like, fuck, I can't stop. So I just eat shit. I fall on my knee. And I'm like, ooh, like, ow, that hurt. And like, it felt like my knee was bleeding. And I wasn't sure what happened. I was like, alright, whatever. So like, I get on the ski lift, and when we get to the top, we go to the lodge or whatever. And we're at this lodge, and we're eating, we're just taking a break. And so we're eating or whatever, I forget about my knee. And then we're like, alright, let's ski again. So we're there's like this deck kind of outside, and below there's just mountain. And so we're on the deck, and my cousin picks his skis up, and there's a row of skis, and he knocks all of the skis down. Like, literally, it's just like one falls, and it hits another, and they all fall. A couple poles like fell off the deck, and like there was no way like people were getting them. So everyone's just like turning heads, looking at him. We're like, all right, let's go. Like, we're going down. So the day we went, it was really icy out, and so I get on. We're at the top, and I strap up, and I get on my board. I stand up, and I'm like, holy shit, my knee, and I fall, and I land on my wrist. And so I twist my wrist, and so I land on my right wrist, which is my dominant wrist, and I'm like, so I try getting up again, and I'm like, I can't do this, like, I can't even stand up because of my knee, I can't push myself up because of my wrist. So I'm like, I look at my brother, and it's my brother who went the second time, and I'm like, dude, like, I can't do this, like, I'm gonna die. Like, I actually thought I would die, because like, if I went down, I don't think I probably would have died. Like, to be serious, because I didn't know like what I was doing, and I was like, like I'm too hurt, like I actually can't. And so he's like, dude, just like chill with me, we'll take it slower. So like all my rest of my family's like down the hill, and they're looking up at us. They're like, come on, like let's fucking go. And we're like, no. And like I have like a little cousin who's like 8 years old, and she's like, come on, let's go, or whatever. So I'm like, alright, like me and my brother, I was like, no, like we're just gonna go slow or whatever. And they're like, okay. So me and my brother, I'm like, dude, like, what do you want to do? Because it's icy, and we can't stop. We don't know what we're doing. And he's like, dude, like, I don't know. So we're just like, alright, like let's just start walking down. We're like, alright, we're taking the ski lift down. So we go to the ski lift, and because that's what we told everyone else. We're like, oh, we're just going to take the ski lift down and just go down the main hill. And so they're like, okay. So they leave. So we're at the top of the mountain by ourselves, and we go to the ski lift, and we're like, oh, can we take the ski lift down? The guy's like, no, you can't do that. Like, that's not a thing. So we're like, oh, well, how do we get down? He's like, you just got to walk. So we're like, alright. So we just start walking down the mountain. And, I have a bad knee, too. So it's not like this is easy for me. So I'm walking down this mountain, and, it's 3,000 feet high. So, it's cold. First off, it's cold. I have a bad knee. I'm carrying a fucking snowboard. People are riding past me. They're like, oh, you're a fucking pussy. Like, they're like, you suck. Like, whatever. Like, people are yelling shit. And so, like, me and Cam are like, fuck. I'm like, dude, like, if one of the, like, medic sleds come, like, should we take one down? And he's like, dude, I don't know, like, that's kind of whack, like, whatever. So I was like, dude, let's just walk down, like, we're already, like, at this point, we were, like, a quarter of the way down. And it was, like, it's been, like, 30 minutes. And so we were like, yeah, there's probably not that much farther. And we thought we were, like, almost down, but we weren't. So we're literally walking for, like, an hour and a half. And so many people asked us if we wanted to ride down. But we're like, no, we're walking down this whole mountain. Like, we just, like, made it a mission. We're like, we have nothing else to do. Like, we're walking down this mountain. So me and my brother are just walking down this 3,000-foot mountain. Like, it was just crazy. And it was freezing and everything, and it just sucked. It sucked. And so we finally get down to the bottom. We're like, okay. And I'm like, alright, you want to try, like, riding, like, down the main hill? Because that's where we were. And he's like, alright. So, like, I'm trying to do it, and my knee is just done. I'm just like, nah, I can't do this. Like, it's not going to work. So we get down, and I'm like, alright, call Dad. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't have my phone. I'm like, I don't have my phone either. And he's like, alright, well, I know Hayden, my brother, has his phone. So I'm like, alright, well, I guess we'll just wait at the bottom of the thing and just wait for him and then use his phone. So we're waiting, and we're waiting at the bottom of this hill for someone we know to come down. And no one's coming. It's like 40 minutes and no one's coming. So this whole day we've been waiting for everyone, and just, like, no one's there to help. And so we're like, alright, like, obviously, like, they probably, like, just got to the top, and they're not going to be down anytime soon. So, like, let's just, like, go inside and, like, ask to use the phone. So we go inside, and we're like, can we use your phone? They're like, we don't have a phone. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't have a phone. Like, I'm stranded here. Like, I need to call my dad. And they're like, alright, just use my cell phone. So I was like, okay. So, like, I call my dad, and, like, he picks me up or whatever. But it was just crazy, because, like, just imagine walking down, like, a 3,000, or what, yeah, it's like a 3,341 foot hill. Like, this thing is, like, big. And I don't, like, you probably saw in the thumbnail, like, I'll have a picture of it, but it's huge. And so, I just wanted to tell that story. Like, it was kind of funny or whatever. I hope you enjoyed, but thank you and bye.